It's the biggest meeting of world leaders San Francisco has seen in 80 years. I'm Jonathan Bloom, and here's what to know about how APEC will make getting around San Francisco interesting, to say the least.
This is an unprecedented event for the city of San Francisco.
APEC will bring together the leaders of nations that account for 40% of the global population and 50% of global trade.
It's going to take all of our patience to get through this week.
This is no ordinary presidential visit because it's not just our president. The Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation includes the leaders of 20 other economies, some of the biggest countries in the world like Russia and China. So the security level is more like a presidential inauguration. It's something San Francisco has never seen before, and it means a lot of streets, including this one, will be closed to the public for days on end. In some parts of downtown, you can start seeing barricades and detour signs go up as early as November 7th. APEC officially starts on the 11th, and the tightest security will happen between Tuesday and Friday, the 14th through the 17th. That's when President Biden's in town. Right here at the Moscone Center, this is the middle of it all, and the Secret Service is cordoning off a big rectangle around it. Everything south of Market and north of Harrison, between 2nd and 5th Streets, will be off limits to cars. That means the 4th and 5th Street freeway off-ramps will also be closed, so you can expect traffic around this area to be a mess. Now, some of the sidewalks will still be open to pedestrians, but even then, you'll have to go through a checkpoint where officers will ask to search your bags. Downtown's biggest parking garage should stay open, but several other big ones will be closed, so city leaders are begging you.
If you're coming to San Francisco that week, please do take public transit.
During APEC, BART and Caltrain will operate pretty much as usual, but Muni is a different story. A lot of buses will be rerouted, including the 1 California, the 8 Bayshore, and the 14 Mission. The T3 subway train would normally run right under where I'm standing, but not during APEC. They're rerouting it all the way around this area into the Market Street Tunnel. That'll be a big change for people attending the Warriors home games on Tuesday and Thursday, the 14th and 16th. Muni will run a separate shuttle train to go back and forth between Union Square and Chinatown. And that brings us to another transit change. Cable cars won't quite make it halfway to the stars during APEC. Starting as early as November 9th, the California cable car line will close completely, and so will the southern part of the 2 Powell Street lines. Cable cars will still run on Hyde Street and Mason Street between Fisherman's Wharf and the Cable Car Museum in Nob Hill. Now, while we're talking about Nob Hill, this is another spot you'll see a lot of street closures. There are some legendary hotels on this hill, and with San Francisco hosting presidents and prime ministers from all around the Pacific Rim, it's a pretty good bet that President Biden won't be the only dignitary staying here. Just like the Moscone Center, the Secret Service has drawn a box around the Fairmont Hotel. During APEC, you won't be able to get within a block of here in a car, and if you're walking, there's only one way in and out of this area, and that's a police checkpoint.
You will have to undergo what's effectively a bag check. Any packages or bags that you have with you would have to be inspected.
There will be other street closures during the week, and the most problematic one could be right here on the Embarcadero around the Exploratorium. That's for the APEC CEO Summit Gala, which is happening on Wednesday the 15th. Late Tuesday night, they'll close off the Embarcadero from Battery to Broadway, which will also disrupt streetcar service on the F line. And they're stopping all boat traffic in the area from Pier 33 to the Ferry Building, so that could affect ferry service. On Thursday the 16th, streets will be closed around the Legion of Honor, which could affect you if you're going to the VA Medical Center or the Lincoln Park Golf Course. And on Friday the 17th, streets will be closed around the Asian Art Museum, which could mean traffic jams around City Hall, the courthouses, and the library. And then on the 18th, it's all over. During that weekend, you'll start to see streets open back up, and by Monday, traffic will be back to its normal level of everyday congestion. And after a week of detours and gridlock, that will feel like a walk in the park.